What's up guys, Dennis here with BrotoGP on location at world famous Laguna Seca. I'm actually on the way to Buttonwillow. I'm going to meet up with Rob tomorrow at Buttonwillow Raceway. We were planning on doing an on-location episode of our R&D segment, but before then I had to stop by here at Laguna Seca because we are holding an event for Mazda friends and family. So Z2 Track Days and Track Masters are organizing this event on behalf of Mazda. Z2 Track Days, we're handling all the bike groups for the day, and Track Master is handling all the car groups. So I really like these combo days because not only do we get to play with our toys, but I get to see all the cool cars that other people bring out for these kind of events. And they started off kind of cold and still wet, but actually, as you can see, the sun has come out and the cars are already out on track, hopefully laying out a clear and dry line for the bikes. So not really sure how much riding I'm going to do for today because I wasn't really planning on it. I kind of want to save my energy for tomorrow at Buttonwillow with Rob, chasing him down. But while I'm here, I figured I'd create some video content for you guys, specifically about Laguna Seca and how I feel about it. One thing though, I didn't call it Mazda Raceway, if you noticed that, because Mazda is no longer the track sponsor. It is now, if you didn't know this, WeatherTech Laguna Seca, or WeatherTech Raceway. But I still think it's kind of cool for Mazda to still be holding these friends and family event. You know, still supporting the sport for all its consumers and followers. So, good job, Mazda. I love Laguna Seca. I mean, is it my favorite track out of all the tracks I've ridden? No, that distinction goes to Sonoma Raceway, but Laguna Seca has a very special place in my heart. The track itself, one of the most fun circuits I've ever ridden. Great combination of some technical bits with some fast, free-flowing sections. My personal favorite actually starts up there at the corkscrew. The ascent up the hill is pretty gradual, but the actual descent from the very top is pretty exhilarating. I mean, you start off at the top of the hill in the corkscrew, right? The quick left at the turn 8 before it drops 5 stories to turn 8A, which is a right-hand downhill corner. And then it spits you out into that fast corner right there, turn 9, which is also called Rainy Curve. And the cool thing about that is that, you know, when you're coming into turn 9, the view or the scenery is kind of obscured by all the trees up there, but as it opens up, you realize just how high up you actually are because you can see the rooftop of the entire paddock. So it's pretty exhilarating view as you're actually being dropped downhill into the fast right-hand turn 10. And then of course turn 10 spits you out into like the second gear, sometimes first gear, turn 11. So like I said, it's a great combination of free-flowing with some technical parts of the track. And I mean, apart from the physical aspect of enjoying riding the track, there's also the novelty that I'm effectively sharing or riding the same track that my motorsport heroes have also ridden. You know, the likes of Valentino Rossi, Casey Stoner, Jorge Lorenzo, all those guys. The late, great Nicky Hayden. So basically, if I never get the chance to meet my heroes in my lifetime, I at least know that I've ridden the same track as them, and it's a pretty remarkable sentiment. And just to further show you or illustrate just how special this track is, I know for a fact that we have a customer today who signed up who lives in Maryland. I don't actually know how far Maryland is from here. I'm gonna have to look up the physical distance, but he brought his Ducati out to ride this track day. Now mind you, he didn't truck or trailer his Ducati. He rode his Ducati all the way from Maryland to this track to do this track day. That's how special Laguna Seca is. What's up guys, just making my way up here to one of the best vantage points for the world famous corkscrew right there. Now, if you tuned in this long, you're probably still wondering why, as much as I love Laguna Seca, why isn't it my favorite track? And I'll tell you why. It's because for some reason they just make it seem so hard for motorcyclists to want to continue to support or patronize the track. It's so many things that they impose. I mean, not even counting the high price point. This is the most expensive track to do a track day on here in Northern California, probably all of California. But then you have what in my opinion is a very unreasonable decibel limit. Basically, your vehicle can't blow past 92 decibel. I don't really know how loud or how quiet that is, but I'm gonna tell you right now that there's a lot of OEM bikes, basically bone stock, that will blow that limit. So yeah, you can still kind of roll through wherever the sound booth is, but the point is you're not getting the full experience of Laguna Seca by having to be gingerly riding at some point in the track. So it's just, you know, I wanna ride it more, but the track, and when I say the track, I mean like management or the county. You know, I don't really know who's responsible for it, but whoever it is, just, you know, it seems like they don't care whether they have motorcycle business or not. And quite frankly, I'm getting to the point where I don't care about giving them my business either, which is really a shame because I do still think that Laguna Seca is such a gem of a track, you know. But instead of highlighting it or making it readily available, making it easy for people to access it, especially motorcyclists, whoever's in charge just is more inclined to seem to just bury it, you know, and that I think is really unfortunate. So it's like 11 o'clock right now. I just arrived at Biola Raceway, Central Valley, SoCal, I don't even know. I know at the start of the video I said that I was only passing by Laguna Seca on the way to this track because Rob and I were planning on actually riding for the first time and doing an on-location episode of the R&D segment here at Biola Raceway. While I was at Laguna, Rob was actually at Auto Club Speedway in Montana. I think he was trying to do the first round of Wera. So around 3 o'clock this afternoon, I get a message from him saying that his R6 is overheating. So he basically had to make the call to bail out on tomorrow's track day. So I told him not to worry about it, you know, take care of the bike first and foremost. You got to be able to have a bike to race for the 2019 Moto America seasons, and I'll just figure something out as far as content for the next R&D episode on location here in Buttonwillow. Or maybe I'll just talk shit about Rob flaking out yet again. I mean, this is like the second track day here in Buttonwillow that we've set up that we haven't been able to do. I don't remember the reason for the first time we canceled, but this one's his fault. So, f*** you, Rob.